very warm welcome to Parallel Session Workshop Sessions, Track 6 by Professor Udaya Kumar. Dr. D. Udaya Kumar is the designer of Indian rupee symbol. At present, he is teaching at IIT Guwahati as an associate professor as well as the head of the Department of Design. He has completed his PhD in design from Industrial Design Center, IIT Bombay. Dr. Udaya has a master's degree in design in visual communication and bachelor's degree in architecture. He worked as a senior designer and then as a design head in a monthly magazine, Intelligent Computing Chip. His 2 years professional experience in publishing house has given him a good knowledge on print media. His areas of interest include graphic design, typography, type design, architecture, and design research with special focus on Tamil typography. We request all participants to mute your mics. Switch it on only when would you like to interact. Thanks. Over to Professor Udaya.
Thank you, Aritra, for the kind introduction. Uh, Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for joining in this workshop. So, I'm really happy to see so many people have joined. I hope you enjoyed the afternoon session, the keynote speech. It was very intense. I'm sure you had learned a lot. With this, welcome to the workshop. I have a very brief presentation, and also it's just a very short duration. Yeah, so 1.5 hours is like too less a time to effectively learn something. But so that's why I've kind of titled my workshop as letter forms and patterns, because I thought let us make some fun kind of an exercise and also fun kind of an understanding through that exercise. So, like I said, I have a small presentation. I'll just share my screen and you can have a look at it. It's not too big, but mostly I would want you to kind of explore and work so that we can see the work and then we can discuss on that. Yeah. So that's how I kind of follow usually in my classes. And so that's where learning actually happens. Yeah. Like I said, 1.5 hours is too short a time. So I don't know how best we can work this out, but in any case, I have a short presentation. I will quickly share the screen. I'll give more time for you to work on the exercise so that we can get back and we can start discussing on that. Yeah. So I'll then quickly share the screen. So I'll briefly talk about type, basically letter forms and patterns. Yeah. And then we will see how we can work this together and create interesting things. Yeah. So, like I said, it's mostly I would want you to work and then discuss those work so that we can exchange ideas and we can learn from each other. Yeah. So I will kind of give my comments and we can also share what you have thought about. And with this sharing, we can learn from each other, and also it is also kind of a peer learning. Yeah, about looking at others' work as well. Yeah. What is pattern? Pattern is basically a repetition of a visual element. A visual element can be anything, like just like a shape or anything like a modular form. Yeah. So say for example here you have a small triangle and you just repeat them endlessly or whichever way that you want. Yeah. A pattern is also called as regular rhythm. Yeah. Rhythm is very, very important in life. It is not just with the design, but the entire world is also kind of is in a rhythm. Yeah. So probably I can give you some examples so that you can relate. See, most of these fundamental principles of visual designs are all rooted in our own environment and nature and the existence of life itself. Yeah. Say, for example, the day and night. So how does the day and night work? Any response is appreciated.
A day is followed by a night and then it repeats again.
Yeah. So there is a rhythm. Yeah. See, what if it is just only day? There's no night. It'll be strange. Anyway. So likewise, there are so many things like from our heartbeat to various things. Typically rhythm is associated with music. We enjoy music. Yeah. And because there's a repetitive sound pattern, so that's something which we like. And so likewise, there are so many examples you can look around and you can find. Yeah. So, but right now we are trying to look rhythm in terms of visual design, yeah, and also specifically with respect to typography, yeah. So, rhythm again, there are different kinds of rhythm. So, regular rhythm is one kind of a rhythm, which is a regular rhythm, like I already mentioned, is a pattern where the same elements is identically repeated. We also have other types of rhythms, which is called the flowing rhythm, progressive rhythm, alternative rhythm, and so on and so forth. So they have a different pattern, a different visual compositions. Yeah. So in this case, it's just like constant. The same element repeats at the equal intervals. That's why it's called regular rhythm, or it's called typically called as pattern. Yeah. Uh, so what now we are going to do is we're going to see this as a letter forms as a shapes instead of looking at any other graphical element. But so we are trying to go beyond the functional aspect of typography. Yeah, we are not going to see A as A, but we want to see this as a shape, an interesting shape. Because if you understand the scripts, yeah, scripts, all these alphabets and everything are basically shapes, yeah, and they have been associated with certain sound, and that's why we pronounce, and then of course language and so on so forth, yeah, like you have already heard in the previous presentation. So, but in right now we want to kind of divide this functionality and see this forms as pure shapes, not just like a. So here probably you want to see this, though we are conditioned to see this as an A, but I would want you to go separate yourself from the functional association and see them as a shapes. So that means you have, if you take a Latin scripts, you have 26 different shapes. Yeah. So A to Z. So different shapes which you can play around and use. So likewise in our own local context, in our own regional scripts, you have n number of shapes. Yeah, depending on the language that you are. Yeah, depending on the mother tongue that you are in. So I'm a Tamilian. So in Tamil you have 248 letters. So I'm including all the vowels, consonants, and vowel consonants together, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So in Devanagari again, you have n number of characters. Yeah. So we want to see this as a shape and see how these shapes can be very interestingly put in terms of composition or in a different context. Yeah. So this is one kind of an arrangement which you can kind of place on, because A kind of is a triangular form, so it nicely fits into each other and it kind of creates interesting pattern. Yeah. So again, you can play around with colors to kind of give depth and dynamism and movement and so on. So you can play with analogous color scheme or complementary color scheme or any kind of a color scheme. Yeah. So that will give you a different compositions altogether. So just the shapes coupled with colors, you have further combinations, permutations and combinations. So it is an interesting way of looking at type, yeah, instead of just looking from a typography point of view, like communication point of view. Of course, this also communicates, but in a different manner. Yeah. So I will tell you why these are kind of important. So these are some examples. So you can create wonderful designs through these basic shapes, yeah, which is basically the alphabets and the numerals of the particular language or script. So how does it help? First, it helps you to kind of separate your thought from being a functional shape into something which is random and generic. Yeah, and what that helps is through this, your understanding of typography also kind of expands. Yeah, I will talk about it once you start doing your exercise. Probably you yourself will start realizing how it kind of helps us to kind of influence your typographic layout. So the second point kind of clearly states that, which is the textures. So when you have different kind of these letter forms, creating a pattern, you kind of create the different textures. Yeah, because the skeletal structure of every alphabet or letter or numerals or characters, they're all different, right? So when you multiply them, it kind of reveals the texture. Yeah. So that way it helps you to understand texture of your composition when you are normally setting up any typographic layout. Yeah, say a cover page design or a body text or a book design. When you're doing a book design, when you're making a layout of a story or anything or a magazine and so on and so forth. So there sometimes it becomes very difficult for you to kind of understand how texture works, basically the lightness and darkness. And but when you kind of single out a letter or single out a letter form or a word or a numerals or any kind of special characters, and then you try to multiply, so it kind of helps you to kind of gauge the textures that it kind of gives you. So one from the same typeface, if you have different letter forms, it will give you a different textures. But again, choosing a same letter from different typefaces will give you a different kind of textures. So I hope you will experience this when you start doing your exercises, though I don't want to kind of put it up front, but I want you to explore and see for yourself. Then you will kind of figure out what actually is being talked about. Yeah, in terms of appearance, your composition will create when you multiply these kind of letters or whatever the choice that you make in terms of the letters and numerals. Yeah, so it gives you a textures. Yeah, a lot of interesting textures you can get depending on also the kind of combinations that you want to create the patterns with. Yeah. And then third is just the background. You can get a good, interesting background. Sometimes when you are stuck with just not finding the appropriate images or photographs or colors to put in, probably you can think of a nice typographic background, like taking this letter forms and creating an interesting background, just like I showed you this example. Yeah, and it can also go well with your branding exercise. If you are thinking of creating a brand of certain things, or products, or packaging, or something. Probably this kind of textures and patterns using just the type or letter forms will help you. Letter forms and numerals or whatever that is, yeah, special characters. So it is kind of going to help you. Yeah, so it's just another alternative. Yeah, and lastly, it can also become an art form. Yeah, it is kind of a creative explorations. You can look at it from an artistic point of view, just like an artist works on his paint or abstract painting. Yeah, so you can also see this letter forms taking this just one building block and trying to create something very interesting, very graphical, very purely visual. Yeah. So not necessarily in terms of pattern, but in terms of composition itself, like randomly placing things and seeing this as an artistic work. So it also gives you a creative freedom to kind of explore yourself, your ability to kind of see how shapes and forms work when in terms of your composition. So all of this, what it does is it develops your intuitive understanding of compositions and layouts. And like I said about the textures, yeah, when you do a regular design, typographic design, so your understanding will completely change. Yeah, when you keep developing, if you really kind of spend time and understand in depth how these patterns work, yeah, how what emotions that it evokes and the feeling that it evokes. Once you kind of get this idea, it becomes easier for you to kind of apply the same ideas into your own designs. Yeah, whatever that you want to do. Yeah. So one of the earlier persons who looked at it was Susanna Lico. So though she kind of did not put it exactly, she created one module out of a particular letter and then repeated that letter into a different ways. Yeah, creating a beautiful texture of the type. So she called it Hypenopedia font. Yeah, because she used her own font to kind of create these repetitions of letters. She did a lot of this interesting explorations. Hypenopedia is basically means learning while you are sleeping. I don't know why she coined it, but yeah, you can read about it. So these are some more explorations instead of just kind of having a regular spacing of these letters, but you can also have combinations or create modules and develop interesting visual forms. Yeah. So you can choose any kind of letters, and each one of them will give you a different appearances. So in this workshops, we just want to try and see how creative you can get in terms of using basic letter forms as a shape and creating wonderful designs. Yeah, and also learning through it in terms of how textures work, how composition works, and so on. Yeah. So here are some more examples, again, same from her work. So she kind of created n number of such kind of a combinations with using different kinds of letters in a different manner. Yeah, either creating a module and multiplying them, or you can just take a one letter and just simply kind of multiply. So what this workshop is only one. I mean, the objective of this workshop was to kind of expand your mind beyond the typographic communications, and also see things differently and use them in a different manner than conventionally how we used to use text. Yeah. So that's another objective which I thought I should achieve, though the time is very short. Hopefully you can explore and enjoy the exercise that we're going to do. Yeah. So I have a task for you. So we'll straight away I would want you to kind of get started with that, so that we can just come back and kind of have a look at your work and see your explorations and discuss and see what interesting things that you can come up with. And you can also do another thing is that you can apply these backgrounds, or you can apply these patterns onto a physical objects, just to kind of see in a context. Yeah, say maybe a shopping bag, or maybe on a mug or something else, so that you can put it into context and see how it can look like and what difference can it make. Yeah. So Yeah, this is what I want you to do. I want you to kind of choose any letters or a numeral also. Probably I'll give it to you. Maybe numeral or even special characters is also fine. Yeah, so you can just take any character from a particular typeface of your choice. It's not necessarily you have to choose a Latin typeface, but you can also choose any Indian scripts or any other languages that you feel like it's very interesting form that you see character. So then I would want you to kind of create an interesting visual patterns or a rhythm to speak. Yeah. So explore options and just kind of choose one, and probably so maybe we'll set a time. So then after that we can meet. Yeah. So it's already 2:30 now. So maybe some of you can suggest when we could possibly meet so that we can discuss on your compositions and we can learn. Ideally, I want more time for your discussion since there are more than 40 people. So I don't know how we to work out, but yeah, so time is short, but yeah, we can still work. I believe we can figure it out. Yeah. So is this exercise clear and is it fine? Yeah. Any questions on this exercise? If anybody can kind of quickly give a feedback or suggest something, so we can just move on. So I do not know how interesting this exercise is for you, but yeah, so you can just give it a try. Yeah, like I said, yeah. So it's just a short time for a workshop. So that is all I have from my end. I want to give you time for you to work upon some kind of interesting composition and get back so that we can discuss and learn from each other. Yeah. So that is it. So I'm just going to stop sharing and like I said, if you have anything, you can quickly tell me what is that you. Oh, now we have 50 people. So if you have anything, you can let me know. So please go ahead and work so that we can come back together in this same link and we will discuss. Yeah. So take your time to work on the designs, explore as much as possible. I know it's a short time, but still explore. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. So we will get back at 3 o'clock and quickly have a look at your work and we will discuss. Yeah?
Okay.
So thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Yeah. So
Thank
all the
you.
best. We'll meet
Thank
again.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This is Akhil.
Okay, Akhil, go ahead, Akhil. I think yeah, you
Yes, sir.
come to.
Sir, the letter selected by me is H, and I have selected some fonts to work on that.
Great.
These are the font. One is in serif font, and another is in slab, and other two are sans serif fonts. So I just want to have a different how it looks in different kind of fonts. So
Great, Akhil.
then,
Yeah, go ahead.
then I have selected some patterns to have some idea how to fit our letters into that. Then I have done like this. I have tried both upper and lower case. I have made this one related to the first pattern, and this is I have taken influence from the second pattern. This one, and this is my third one. Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay. Very good exploration, sir. So, how do you find the exercise? Did you get to understand some things with respect to the letters or the composition?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, with spacing, with the kind of font, I mean, bold, medium, or something. I mean, the stroke of the font, and also the type of the font, and those spacings and all. We can create multiple patterns like this. I mean, changing those attributes, we can create different patterns using letters and characters and all. Yes, that is what is my
Okay.
objective.
Okay. Very good, Akhil. So, thank you. Yeah, all the best, and I hope you will explore this further also whenever you find it appropriate and you can use this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, yeah. Good luck. Is there anyone who want to share?
Yes.
Quickly,
Yes,
go ahead, please.
So this was one.
Wow, it is interesting. What letter is it? R.
It's R. Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. So the letter actually disappears. So you get to see something completely different visuals.
Yeah, so that's what I was going for. Then this
Great.
S,
Okay, very good.
K.
Many of them looks like a tire pattern. The
Yes.
above
कोई नहीं
two.
आया
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This is K,
Nice. Very
and
good.
this is V.
V or W?
So I've combined V actually, but it does look like W also.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can you
Very
show
nice
K again?
composition.
Thank you.
Yeah, somebody wants you to show K. So how did you work? You just mirrored them.
Sorry? Yes, sir. On
You-
Illustrator.
you-
Yes, sir.
Okay, you mirrored it and then you created this, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I overlap the vertical strokes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, very interesting work, Aryaki. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
I hope you got to understand some things through this exercise.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So maybe someone else can go ahead.
I want
Hello,
to, but
sir.
I'm still struggling. 1 minute.
Okay, Nehal,
Go
you are
ahead.
still struggling.
Meanwhile, yeah.
Maybe if you have any friends in this, so you can share your work to them so they can share it with.
Can I take somebody's email ID and I can send it off to one of you?
Yeah, so you can do that. I
Can you share your email ID with me?
okay. So what I'll do, I'll
Put
share
my
mine.
email ID on chat. You can share it.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, can I present my screen?
Yes,
Please
please.
go ahead.
IDC student. So yeah, just a second.
Yeah, please.
So this is letter L.
Okay, very interesting. So you have kind of a room with an entrance on 4 sides, it looks like. So yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, it is quite structural. Then I repeated it differently and it felt to me it was more futuristic, scientific. So I gave this kind of color. And so with L, I
Okay.
did two, and I also tried with F, but this is in cursive. So the effect is very different. It's organic to me.
Yeah. So it kind of has an hexagon shape. Yeah, it forms very interestingly.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Very good explorations, Olivia. Yeah. So
Thank you.
hope you will try out with the other letters also, because your letters are very simple, because just like 2 strokes are there in most cases. So when you have a complex letter forms, maybe you will have different textures coming up. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Thank you.
Hi, sir. This is Avni. Can I go next?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is the
Only suddenly.
Kannada
Yeah.
5
Go ahead.
numeral. Yeah. So this is some options that I tried. It kind of looks similar to the Kolam or Rangoli style that we see in Karnataka.
Yeah. I also felt the same. It's just the first instinct. I felt like it's like a column. We also have in Tamil
but
Nadu. So of course,
when you
Indian.
when you join all the characters to each other, it looks like that.
What letter is this?
It is the numeral 5.
Okay. We hardly see numerals in Indian scripts. Yeah. So though we have, but we hardly use them. But good choice you have made.
Yeah. So that's it from my side.
Very interesting. So maybe you can explore with other Kannada letters also, or of course numerals as well. And it'll be nice to see your compositions. Yeah. But it's really turning out to be good. Thank you, Avani. Can you see the thing?
Yes,
I've
I
shared
can see
it.
that.
Has it come?
Yes, it has come.
Okay.
So,
Is this what you wanted to discuss?
Yeah, I wanted to discuss this actually, and I've been really cracking my head with how can I bring a little twist to this, This was actually done and I'm still working on it. So this is something very current and very live for me. So it's like, you see the letters which are fading out at some point. There is dark to light, right? So I had tried working on this, but I feel there's still some element, I feel some visual needs to be worked out on. And I'm trying to find a way as to how can this be, given a little more fresh look and feel, other than what it is right now. So my question actually to you is, and everybody else, whoever would like to, share their ideas, that YOGA. How is this looking up? How does it look to you right now? And what is it that can be done to bring a little twist to this look?
Yeah, I thought you were going to share something with respect to the workshop. So, nevertheless, yeah. So maybe I'll give you a quick comments, whatever that I feel. Yeah. See, right now we would want to kind of see little more organic forms in terms of your choice of your typeface or whatever that you've used for the title. Yeah, because the yoga is kind of that kind of an activity. Yeah. Right now it looks like little very geometric and very rigid. Yeah. So that's why it is not getting across the point visually. So maybe your choice of typeface should be a little different. Yeah. And also how you kind of compose them. Right now you have too much of overlap. And also the spacing between the letters are too tight. Yeah, you have a negative birth letter spacing. If you see the O, and also it's not consistent. You see O and G, they are overlapping too much. But if you see Y and O, it's like very subtle. And G and A, it's very subtle. So there is no consistency, there is no harmony. Yeah? So probably you need to look into that. And there are a lot of other finer details, but just at a glance, these are the things that comes to my mind with I thought I should share. Though this is not an identity design workshop, but nevertheless, it's fine. Yeah, I hope it helps.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So thank you, Nehal. Is there anyone else who want to share and go ahead?
So it's Shashi from SP Bhopal.
Okay, Shashi. Yes.
So can you see my screen now?
Yes. Colorful.
Yeah, I went with a colorful pattern and with random patterns with color choice. So this is what I made, and that is in both. It's the letter Z, which is what I entered, and it's letter N. It's little overcrowded. So this is my very first attempt. It was, and these were the rest.
So is this an existing typeface or you drew the Z?
No, I do it.
By yourself?
Yeah, I do it. I do it myself.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So then you kind of created a pattern out of the shape that you created. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. It's very interesting. Only thing the background in this one, no, probably maybe you can choose a better background because there's some colors which are in a different kind of category. Say, for example, you have all kinds of shades, but your background color is somewhere becoming a little duller. I don't know whether that is the intention that you have in mind. Because
maybe. Maybe because of the time constraint.
Okay, the purple or violet is just simply does not fit into this visual grammar, no. In terms of color scheme, that's just simply kind of either being very contrast to the rest of the image and also your background. I don't know, maybe I'm seeing like that. You can think over it, but otherwise overall it is very interesting to look. Yeah, very good. Thank you, Shashi.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, can I share now?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, sir, I have made this jade. I have played with the pattern by just rotating it. So then I have combined the pattern here, and this is a color variation for that.
Okay. Yeah, definitely it is interesting. This only one thing with this is that the J in itself is kind of more or less a shape which is like conventional shape. Yeah, I mean when I say conventional, like primitive shapes like square, circle, and things like that. No, so then when you put it in this kind of a pattern, it's very difficult to gauge the letter here. Yeah, in this kind of a composition, no, because your choice of your letter itself from that kind of a visual style of a typeface that you have chosen. So when you make a composition out of that, it becomes even more difficult to kind of understand the letter. Yeah, but as a composition, it is very nice. It's very interesting to look at, but the letter is very difficult to comprehend. Yeah, you get my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. So next time, try and take a regular form and then work around and see what difference it will make. Yeah, regular
okay,
letters.
Sir, sure, I will try that. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Could I go next, sir?
Can I go next?
Please go ahead. Is it Jayashree? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm a student presenter, and the paper I'm presenting today, I'll also be talking a little bit about how I found some kupai, which is trash. And I found like some handwritten archives in my granddad's desk. And this was some of the work I did from that, deriving like handwritten letter forms from it and just making patterns out of it, which is why I wanted to attend this workshop.
Okay. Yeah, I read your abstract. So it's a very interesting project that you are doing. Yes.
Thank you so much. So the one that I took right now was, I haven't created a lot of variations, but I took the chew from this, and this is what I came up with.
Okay. That's
so
quite. Tell me.
I would love to know from you how one can play around with the logic, how one creates patterns with things with a starting point like this, basically.
See, you can see one of the ways is that, like I showed the Susanna Likos, she kind of developed a process, yeah, where she made a single module and then she multiplied that module into different combinations. So, like here also, I can see that you have kind of a mirrored, not mirrored. Probably you have one upside down and which are like a single unit and which are multiplied into different forms. Yeah. So then you create a pattern out of that, right? So likewise, so if you want to go further and look at from an advanced perspective, so you can develop your own process. Yeah. There are different kinds of transformations. One is mirror is there. One you can use a different kind of scale, and one here you can just put them adjacent to each other. So likewise, you can look at different operations, Boolean operations, and then take a single unit and then multiply them with respect to the operations, or look at them separately also and create various patterns and rhythmic compositions. Yeah. So as an individual, you can just develop your own method. Okay. So, and you can also bring in logic to it, or concept. What should I say? Conscious thought to it, like in terms of concepts you wanted to kind of develop certain things, say for example like a flowing river. Yeah, so maybe you can choose the kind of typeface which are similar to that, which can kind of reflect that kind of a visual information, and develop a process and then create something visual which is like a flowing river and so on. So you can also be thematic and conceptual, so it's entirely up to you. So that you can explore your own creative process. Yeah, so you'll end up coming up with different solutions and interesting visuals.
Thank you so much.
Did I make sense?
Yes. It's really helpful. Okay. Thank you.
All the best.
I just took a cue from one of the OCR fonts, and
okay.
So this was the exploration that I did. So yeah, so I made a few variations with rotation and mirroring essentially, and added a few gradients to it. So I thought this would look nice on a t-shirt. So yeah.
Yes. So I saw your work. I think it's quite good. Maybe you try on seeing on applications. I think the Rohit is also doing it. So similarly, you can also try it out in t-shirt like you mentioned. Yeah. Let's see how it works. Okay. All the best. Rohit, you can go ahead.
So for this, I chose a Roboto slab. I like the blockiness of it. So this thing looked like pillars to me, and this is the small r, small caps. And for this one, I chose Dido.
Okay.
And I also thought about how it would look on a product. So I quickly mocked it up like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's very nice, interesting application also. Yeah. In fact, the Y is very beautifully designed. No, you can now appreciate the beauty of that diode font.
Yes. The contrasting everything. It looks really,
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So maybe you can try other letters also with diode itself.
Yeah,
of
sure,
course, Roboto is also good. What you have done is, but like that looks a lot more like too dark and very robust. Yeah, but here it is like elegance and subtlety, and at the same time this contrast. It's very nice to look at. Yeah.
Yes,
Anyway, so you can explore, but a very good composition.
yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Rohit. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's almost 3:30 now. Is there anyone left, or then we may want to wind up so that you don't miss the other sessions? If that's fine, I hope you all would have explored on your own. I know that the positive, I mean, the time is too short for all of us to kind of have a very good discussions. Hopefully, we'll meet later sometime in the future and we can discuss more. So if you don't have anything to share, then thank you so much. Thanks to all of you for being part of this workshop. I hope you got to learn something at least via direction where you can have a thinking, where you can think differently and work and come up with a different kind of works. Yeah. So I wish you all the very best. See you soon. Yeah. So thank you. With this, we can conclude the workshop. Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
On behalf of
Thank you. Thank you.
we sincerely thank Professor Udaya Kumar for the exciting workshop. We would also like to thank the participants. You can now move on to the next session. Thank you.
Thank you, Arpita. Thank you all and all the best. Take care. Yeah. See
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. Bye. See you in the session.